And the science experiment goes on. You know, sometimes, man, when Carl says things, you just go, "What? What would make you think like that?" Right, Carl? So I find it pretty funny that you say something in the beginning of this video. I've watched about 1 minute of it already, and you know, hey, Dan, how you doing, baby? You're about as stupid as Johnny Gobble sitting in somebody else's chat, texting himself, messaging himself in chat. Oh, I can't wait to meet you. Yeah, I'm sure you can't. All right, so let this idiot play.
Our words. I watched about 2 minutes of that Uncle Will character, and he was
What's
talking
up,
about how
info?
stupid I am, about how I don't understand how business works. When I was
What's up,
talking
Zach?
about how we around the world enable
Hey, y'all, what's
communism,
happening?
we pay China to do our work instead of us paying ourselves to work. You know what I mean? Uncle Will, you don't get that. Carl, that's business. When you want something, you purchase it. And I get that, but I get that.
Listen what he says
And
right
it's
here.
really attractive when it's at a cheaper price than what you're willing to do it at, right? So that should tell you that you're enslaving people.
Carl,
You know what I mean?
Carl, listen,
That have
listen.
to
I know
do
you don't get this,
the work.
but I want to explain something to you. Every time you pick that phone up, where do you think that phone came from? Where do you think that computer that you get on come from? That TV that you're watching, where do you think that come from? That comes from China. So therefore, you are enslaving people, and you're too stupid to even realize what you're bitching about and how you're bitching at everybody else for enslaving people while you actively enslave people if we go with the way that you think. So I want you to take that TV and throw that bitch outside. I want you to take that phone and give it away to somebody. That computer, just throw it in the lake behind the church if you're allowed back on the property. You're such an idiot, man. You're such an idiot. What's up, smart mouth?
Work that you guys wouldn't do for that price.
Well, you know, if it wasn't for people like you that sit home and draw a check for doing absolutely nothing, that maybe we wouldn't have such a higher wage because, like, you know, thanks to people like you that have to be supported, you know, from your thy neighbor working because you sure ain't working. Maybe we could make stuff here a little cheaper. You ever thought about that? Oh no.
I don't think Uncle Will understands. The only way communism can exist is if you enable it.
Are you sure about that?
That's
So if I never bought anything from China, guess what? They still would be a communist state.
by giving them the opportunity to do exactly what they want to do. You know what I
What's up, potential? Is Samsung made in South Korea?
mean?
I've got the same TV that Carl's
So
got.
yeah, I want to clear that up. Anybody who thinks differently, please let me know. I'm just I don't understand people's thinking. Like the reason China's a world power is because we made it that way. We like I don't understand that. Well, Larry Fink there, right? Finkelstein. You're using our
That
money
fucking
against
loud
us too.
boy.
Well, not my
What's up,
money.
Rusty?
No, BlackRock don't have any of my money, but can you imagine wielding power with other people's fucking money? to get enough money for yourself. So
I've
you
never
don't have
even
to
heard of that,
rely
Rusty.
on other people's money. Just
What's
using
up,
people,
Sambo?
Larry Finkelstein. Anyways, I don't like Larry. I don't. I saw him in an interview where he said you have to make people do what you want them to do.
Yeah,
You fucking crush them.
That's how it works, buddy.
Like the interviews out there, I'll show you guys. Just because I don't like Larry doesn't mean you guys have to like Larry. I don't hate Larry. I want Larry to come to Jesus, but that's a heavy repentance, I think. But
What's
I
up,
don't
Nick?
know. I'm not Larry. It's from my perspective. You know what I mean?
I see you
If
made
George
it.
Soros can throw his perspectives out there for everybody to fucking take a look at, fucking maybe take a look at Larry Fink.
Carl, let me tell you something. You know what, man? You know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it because you won't fucking get it anyway.
DEA or I or whatever. Fuck. Hey, he's in the WEF, big proud sponsor of we'll own everything and you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. In order for that to happen, you got to be pretty unhappy to accept fucking having. Listen, guys, listen to the slogan of the WEF. What kind of fucking retards want to own everything? What kind of fucking retards want that kind of fucking control? Hey, I don't get her. I'm lost in this world.
Oh, we know that.
I am.
We know that. Look, if you played hide and go seek, they'd have to send a fucking rescue party to come get you because you'd have fucking lost.
Here in Ding Dong at and I was thinking earlier.
Hey, y'all know this idiot paid one of these church programs $50. $50 just to get his comment read. And the man freaked out on him, called him a demon and all that shit. It was from, I don't know. I don't see why you would pay somebody $50 thinking that you're going to get closer to God because you think that they're chosen. That's weird to me, man. You're trying to buy your way into heaven.
I was thinking,
have y'all ever heard him tell that story?
With Chi about because Donald's a godly man, and he's got to treat everybody fucking equally, right? And everybody knows.
They say the man trolled the shit out of him.
Is the one that, well, that's where the fentanyl starts. You know what I mean? And I heard it's very dangerous to get caught with fentanyl in China. You just think it's just, I've heard it's bad. So Donald should be going to G saying, hey, how are you people sending fucking fentanyl to us when they know what happens to them if they sell it to your people? What's going on here? Why are you doing that to my people? Can we do something about it? Because guess what? Maduro, that dirty bugger. We got such great intel. We started bombing boats because we knew there were drugs on there. So, Chi, can we have an agreement that if we know there's drugs on your fucking boats, we're just blowing them up?
Carl, you do realize you're Canadian, right? There is no weed to it.
Find out who the supplier is. And if you're the one allowing it, Chi, we're going to fucking Maduro you, bud. We're going to tell all your people you're just a big drug lord to the United States of America. Now, I'm not saying that's what Chi is. Chi might not be, there might be some underground network in China that wants to poison the fucking rest of the world and knows if it sells to itself, it's going to be in big trouble. So it'll sell to others and become rich. Could you imagine going to God? You got rich off of fentanyl. Can you handle that pain? There ain't enough fentanyl in the world. I don't think they can handle that pain. of going to God, knowing that children died at your fucking hands. People just, you murder, death, killed them. You knew it was bad. You
Murder,
knew it
death,
could
kill
kill them, and you still fucking sold it. Can you imagine that, eh? See, I think God is real, and I think that there's consequences for our actions, but this world, no. Jesus died on that cross. And as long as I believe he rose on that third day, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? That Jesus, you was swell. To die for me and all my sins. Yippee yay.
This motherfucker is space cadet,
You
bro.
is.
What's up here,
So
Billy?
yeah, he should be like Don should be, hey, we're not picking on you, Chi. We're going after everybody. We went after Maduro. We as the United States are not looking like a
We
joke
as the
anymore. We're
United
not
States.
allowing this
Bitch, you
shit
got a
into our country.
Canadian zip
And
code.
well, this ain't the Biden administration. They couldn't even find out who brought Coke into the most secure building in probably all of the world. There was no intelligence when Biden was in office. He didn't care about the drugs. Oh, shit. I don't know. What else do you think they're talking about? I saw this clip. I saw this clip, and Donald's so strong and so powerful. I seen the fucking fear in that fucker's eyes. He's scared of Chi like a little bitch. Like a little bitch. I saw it, right? You guys can go watch the video. Maybe it's AI or something. I don't know. But him and Chi are standing beside each other. And one of the fucking reporters is asking about Taiwan. And fucking Donald's just like, it's great to be here. I love Chi. She loves me.
This motherfucker's stupid.
You don't think these dipshits got a backdoor deal?
We know
How
you
could
got
you
a
say
backdoor
no?
deal,
How
didn't you?
could you say if Chi actually came to you, if you were Donald Trump and Chi knows to conquer and you've done? Listen, Donald,
Hey, Carl, don't you think you probably got more to worry about than what United States politics is? Like maybe cleaning up that house, getting that brain right, huh? Won't you tell the people what's coming for you, Carl?
we let you take the Gulf of Mexico. Okay? Fucking let you have her. We let you. We let you. No stink. We let you take Venezuela, man. We ain't putting up much of a fight about Cuba. Hey? And we know you got a hard on for Greenland, okay? You might already have a fight with the Greenlanders that you have to fucking take her by force. So you don't want any trouble from us, do you? You say that, and this Iran thing. Got some issues on our oil, but been kind of a nuisance. So what I'd like to say is, well,
Oh,
I
there's a
want Taiwan.
situation.
You better
There's a situation, all
shut
right.
your fucking bio.
And it's in a,
You better fall in
it just
line and
needs to
tell
be in
your
a room
people
with
that,
padded
well,
fucking
it
walls.
was our land to begin with, just like Putin. He deserves to have Ukraine or pieces of it or whatever the end fucking result's supposed to be over there. You know what I mean? What else do you think Donald and Chi are talking about? Think they're talking about the ballroom?
He's hung up on fucking Trump.
Oh, when we have you, Chi, we're gonna have the best dance floor you ever been on, buddy. We're gonna shake a rug there, bud. We're gonna do a lot of toot toot and balloon. Fuck. Hey, 1 point
What's up,
something
Cap
billion
Midnight?
dollars. That's for other stuff, though. Don't forget, he's gonna sue your DOJ, remember? Maybe he'll put that towards the fucking ballroom. Because remember, I just watched a fucking video of that knothead. And I wish England would wake up and all of them would just fucking Twitter him and go, Don, go fuck yourself on the BBC fucking lawsuit, bud. You got a problem. You sue the motherfuckers who did it. You know what I mean? Go fuck off. Leave us alone. Go after the people, make the people who did it pay a price. Or is it always got to be about money about you, Don? Can't you just see somebody actually have to pay, get their ass spanked and pay? Take their money, Don, or is that not enough? Fuck. Can you imagine?
Sambo, Canada
Fucking
is
$1 billion.
in fucking shambles over
I
there.
guess it's better than well,
What's
he's
up,
suing
British?
his own people for 10 billion, right?
Hope you're doing all right
You
today.
guys do know Donald Trump's suing the IRS. And when he says that, I don't know if you're smart enough to know this or not, but that's your tax dollars. Holy crap. Like, I can't believe I live in this world. Like, I can't, like, all right, let's do this now. Okay. What's going on, HK? We got 4 people in here. Okay. I want you guys to let me know where I'm wrong. Because, like I said, when I talk, it's just what I think, and I'm giving you guys the opportunity to let me know where I'm wrong. So, this whole tariff thing, okay?
This
Now,
motherfucker's stuck.
do you guys remember? Because I remember a lot of videos where a lot of people, I can't remember if Don said it or whatever, but a lot of people were under the assumption that there was going to be like a $2,000 stimulus check because you guys were raking in off the fucking tariffs, right? Remember when I came out and said, fuck, I think Donald's misleading you guys. It doesn't make sense for him to take all of this tariff fucking money and then spend like it's already your guys' money, right? So it doesn't make sense to add administration costs and then pay you back from all the money that you already put into the tariffs. Okay. Like, I want to think this isn't the way it works because I'm really going to look stupid if I'm wrong.
Oh, trust me, you
Okay.
look stupid anyway. Don't
So
worry.
that didn't make sense to me. So, because
Every month.
well, it was right there.
Every
And I
month.
seen it in the White House briefing room with Carolyn Levitt. That Bezos was threatening or was going to, and it would have exposed that you guys were paying the fucking tariffs.
Oh, hell, yesterday, he come right out and said, there ain't nothing wrong with me.
Gonna put why the shit was so much more money is because of fucking tariffs.
Somebody could take
Here's
that
the
clip of
price you're-
him talking yesterday, and they ought to send it to his insurance company. You hear me, Carl? That's what they ought to do. They ought to take the clip of you yesterday talking about how nothing wasn't wrong with you. Basically, he beat one of the dudes to the punch about going off on this administrative leave because he knew the rules. And he knew he could get a check if he did it and he played his cards right. That's why if you go back and look at his videos, in the very beginning, he's acting really, really fucking strange and off the fucking chain because he knew that they were watching the social medias. And now he's kind of got relaxed and he's kind of getting back into himself, which he's a retarded idiot, right? But he shouldn't be getting no fucking crazy check for sure. He's not that fucking dumb. Hell, he's figured out how to save the world. Ask him.
paying on top of your P because it's actually a tax on you. Okay, this is what I think. So Bezos was going to do that.
Carl, it's only a tax if you buy certain items from certain countries. You can buy the same item from a different fucking place and there is no tariff on it. You understand that, right? It's a thing to make people buy American, to build our economy back up. I know, don't fucking get that. It doesn't register with you with that. The reality of it is we've got to get back to making shit.
And well, what happened was Carolyn Levitt said they're colluding with China. The Amazon's colluding with China. I'm just
You
like,
know
what
what's
the fuck
crazy
is
about
going on
this
right
is he bitches about this shit, and he absolutely takes the cheapest way out about everything. He smokes those fucking nasty ass cigars. You know, them 99 cent a pack cigars. He smokes those. He drinks homemade fucking soda. The whole thing with him is about cheap, 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 cheap.
now?
What's up, Slayback?
Just the other day, Don Juan there, Father Don, the Roseanne Barr, he was just saying what a great guy Bezos is. I
Yeah,
mean, if
and
he's
he
being
will
a
not.
traitor
He
with
doesn't
China,
address them
but
problems.
you should probably get him behind bars and not fucking be his friend anymore, Don.
Even his old lady's like, you think you're fucking American? You're not. You're fucking Canadian.
You're not supposed to be friends with traitors, you idiot. That's what I thought, anyways. But
She got that Canadian bacon going on. I
so
promise
yeah,
you that. And it ain't from
so
this idiot.
in order to destroy Canada, your corporations like your GMs and your fucking Toyotas and all your car park places, right?
Now
They were
we
having to
know.
pay
Now we know
tariffs.
why Canada
Some
has
car parts
so
that
many
we make in
fucked up car
Canada,
parts.
okay?
This idiot was
They were getting
assembling
them
them.
at a discount tariff, though. Remember, your government gave the big corporations the tariff exemptions, not the exemptions, but the breaks.
And why did they do that, Carl?
So, can you imagine this?
Does it register with you why they did that? So they would supply people like you with jobs?
I don't know. Do you think they did this on purpose? Because now, and we got to know, I don't know exactly what's going on with the tariffs now, but
You never did.
they're going to be back on because they had another way to do it or whatever, right? Another back doorway. So when it became unlawful, what happened is all these fucking corporations who had to pay all these tariffs, and they did get some breaks, but it didn't really matter if they got the breaks or not, because guess what? They get all their money back. And you guys don't. Let me know. Let me know if that went down like that. Let me know if that's the way the tariffs are going. You know what I mean? I don't like. Would they unswoggle their own people like that? You know what I mean? Oh man.
Joe, you need to buy this motherfucker an Easter basket and some fucking food coloring. Keep this retarded bastard busy.
Juan. And fucking Donald's just like,
Oh
it's
shit, I
great to
don't
be
make
here.
it up.
Oh, do you know that water started trade and they're talking about privatizing it? Canada. Can you imagine? Canada's completely fucking sold out. And like if it privatizes, once you privatize your water, you know you fucking lost control of the fucking plot. You know what I mean? It's not to have rulers down here. You let these fucktards like Carney play God, and they're evil. They're evil, and they're playing with evil people who tell you they're evil. They tell you the fucking plans that they have for you. It's
I'm still
disgusting.
waiting on Carl
And
to
the
put on
dorks
his
that are
fucking
doing it
Sunday
are just
dress
fucking
and go
like I
hold a
see this
billboard
all the
out there,
time, like
start picketing.
George Soros, Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates. Noah Harari. Like, if you guys would just take a look and we can ask those guys some questions. Like Bill Gates, we should have a lot of fucking questions for. But instead, he runs around like fucking, he's saving the world. And who knows? Like I said, maybe he is. Wouldn't it be nice to just fucking lay all the fucking conspiracies out there? And if they're not true, then old Bill Gates would have nothing to worry about. But unfortunately, I get to see, I get to be a people reader. And I see how angry he gets when people want to talk about Epstein with him. Well, Epstein's dead. When we like it sounded like Trump. Epstein's dead. Why are we even talking about this? Yes, I had a few dinners I shouldn't have had with. Well, bud, that's a fucking lie. Because on the files, you're trying to plan a pandemic with them, you motherfucker. Like, explain that. Explain that. And explain how you're in the cure and how you fucking wrote about her before she happened. Why you wanted her to happen with Epstein. What was the reasoning behind it? What was your ultimate goal? Well, ladies and gentlemen, go to James Oakey and you can pull up Epstein's fucking chalkboard and I'll just tell you what the ending says. It says dank brain. They have this whole plan of everything that they're doing, what they have control of, and what they want the end result to be. And it's a fucking dank brain based on the perceptions that George Soros he tells you he's into philosophy. He's more into philosophy than business. And his philosophies are if you can get people to think what the fuck you want them to think, they will fucking think that way. Okay.
I don't know the
So
truth.
he gets people to think a certain way and then he gets to make money and more money and more money and more money. And then he gets to be the great presenter.
Is this mother?
Now he's got
Is it just
control of,
me, or does it
you
sound
know,
like he's
outlets
jealous of
where he
anybody
can
that makes
let the
money?
perceptions out that he wants. Ask him. He looks at himself as kind of a god.
Carl, Carl, do you realize how easy it is to make money? There's money literally everywhere. And when I say there's money everywhere, it's every fucking where. You just have to be willing to go out and get it. I don't know why why you're stuck on this money thing. I don't know if it's that you're hurting for money and you don't realize how you can make extra money. But dude, it's every fucking where. This is no lie. And from yesterday when I got off the internet until about 7 o'clock, I just piddled around and scrapped some shit that I had in the yard. Nothing special. Fucking old air conditioner units, aluminum rims I had saved up, just off the wall shit. And I made a little over $1,100. There's money every fucking where. I mean, it's not that fucking hard. And hell, up on my way home from taking and turning the shit in, I picked up another trailer load of shit. Probably about another $250 worth of shit. Money is everywhere. You just got to open your fucking eyes.
Because he knows he has control over people. And they don't even know it. But they
It's
tell
so
you
fucking stupid, man. It really is.
George Soros doesn't hide the fact, like, telling you guys. Like, I was saying it before Candace Owens was. So if you can fucking, I'm not saying I knew something before. She probably maybe never mentioned it and knew it. Fuck, I'm just saying that something fucking is going on with Ukraine. Like,
Dude,
I'm not just
hey,
talking.
info, you know what it's extrusion aluminum right now is paying $1 a pound. That's like window frames clean, right? Batteries by the pound, 22 cents a pound. Alternators, shit that I had taken off other cars out there. I turned 2 of them in. I got $16. That's $8 a fucking piece. I'm just looking at the receipt. Brass, clean. The valve stems that I take out of rims, I saved that shit. $2.79 or $2.75 a pound, excuse me. Just for a little bit of them, it was $68.75. I'm looking at the receipt right now. Wheel weights, just shit that I pull off them rims, at 12 cents a pound. Copper that I cleaned out of them little window air conditioner units. I cleaned 3 little air conditioner window units. $4.35 a pound for number 1 copper. Number 2, it was $4.20 a pound. Let me see. Electric motors, $4 a fucking pound. The fins, the radiator fins off of them. Let's see. I got $2.50 a pound on that. I made $82 for cleaning 3 small. That was just the fins I made $82 off of. So I made right around about $150, $160 off of 3 small window units. That's fucking crazy. Money's everywhere.
The laundromat that is.
I do too, info. I do too. Right now
We
is the
were
time
warned
to take
by
it
Bill
in.
Gates before that war.
What's up, eyes
Dirtiest
open?
country in the world came out of his fucking mouth. Okay. Yeah. Trafficking, all sorts of bad stuff, all sorts of witchery. Hey, those are Bill Gates's words.
I had
But you look into
403
how
pounds of
George tells you
aluminum
how
semi
important
rims.
it
I had
was.
4 super single rims and 1 regular fucking semi 22.5 rim. Paid $403. Car rims was $1.30 a pound. 5 of them paid $115.70. 1 catalytic converter off of that Toyota paid $205. I mean, and I didn't really, I mean, I worked about 4 hours yesterday, 5 hours, but just fucking around piddling. What's brass?
For him to get his open society
Hold on.
into Ukraine.
Brass, clean,
And you guys know that.
$2.75
I could
a
just
pound.
fucking start putting in the pieces for you, but
And brass weighs up fast. But see, I save all that shit too, right? But Unc's the type, because I got a pickup truck. If I see a washing machine and refrigerator on the side of the road, I'll throw the motherfucker in the back of my truck. But I got a big yard, you know. Now, I'm not going to lie, Unc's yard looks like the fucking scrapyard.
I don't know this for sure now. And I would hope that it was an honest mistake. But I honestly think that my government was testing the stupidity level of its country. When it brought
That's still
a
good
Nazi
money, though. You know what I mean? So within 2 days, I
parliament,
probably made $1,300 or $1,400 off
and
the
he
scrapyard.
got a standing O.
That's why when I hear people cry about they can't do this and they can't, no, you just ain't fucking willing to. You're not willing to open your eyes. And it's not hard to learn how to fucking clean that shit. You know, just the cords off the end of that appliances. You cut the motherfucker off the appliance, cut the plug end off. The plug goes to the regular like scrap part, and then you got insulated copper. That shit pays good and it adds up fast.
Pictures with the prime minister, the deputy prime minister, everybody.
But then again, Unc's the
And they
type of
thought,
person, if I'm
I
fucking
think that they
starving, I'll
thought
be
that
out there
nobody would notice.
fucking picking up
Nobody would
aluminum
clue
cans.
in
I'm not too
that they
proud.
would just have to say keywords, and everybody would be like, "This dude is
Oh yeah,
fucking
Kevin.
a
Oh yeah.
hero," right? So they brought him in, and they say, "This is a World War II veteran who fought for the Ukrainians against the Russians."
And as much time as he
But
wastes,
look, I don't know
shit.
my history all too well, but I know that, well, America likes to brag and say that it freed the whole world in World War II. If it wasn't for us, Frenchies, you'd be speaking German.
No, it was everybody, dude. He is such a fucking idiot.
But those Ruskies, they
Mm.
did have a lot to do with her. I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys know
no, he
this or
doesn't
not,
want to work. He
but
wants to be the
they did
boss. That's
contribute.
his downfall. He thinks he's the smartest dude in the room. And it's
So,
weird
yeah.
to why it really is.
So there was a faction of Ukrainians who decided to be part of Hitler's crew. Anyways,
But I also don't waste shit either, though, Nikki. You know what I mean? I just don't.
I think it was a test to see how stupid we were. I think they thought they were
I've
going
been
to pass
taught
the
that as
test, but someone
from
fucking
early
got them.
age.
The rest of the country didn't stand up and go, "What is this fucking about?" Like, you guys, like, I'm not very highly educated, and fucking, like, what's there? I bet you nothing ever happened to that guy. I bet you never had to pay a fucking. Too old to worry about, eh?
No shit. See, that's but that's a good
They're just
fucking
gonna send him to
trade-off,
hell
smart
thinking he's a
mouth.
fucking
That's a
hero.
perfect trade-off. That's actually
Shove that old man
hell
out
yeah.
there
I
repenting.
support shit like that 100%. Because it probably gives him the little
Then
bit of
again-
money he needs. You know what I mean? And he's already growing food for himself, and then he breaks you off fresh vegetables that you get that you know where it come from. Ain't got all that bullshit on it. That's what's up.
A lot of the Ukrainian and German castaways, they came our ways, eh? Our ways. Which ways did they go? The Nassau way, eh?
It's gonna get back
does
that way, I'm
bother me.
afraid.
It does
Which
bother
that'd
me
be a
that
good thing, doing the
you know
bartering system.
You know the beginning of Nassau, right? And then you're like,
Mm.
why is Billy Phillips
Bro,
teaching the
hey,
Zohar
smart mouth.
in Nassau?
I honestly, I was talking to Mama. I was like, we ought to try to fucking fish for reds with jugs, right? Just tie like a long lead on it. That way they can pull it around. Because they'll swim off when you go to get up there by them. Some of them redfish are pretty big. They could pull a 2-liter bottle under. But if you had a lead on the end of it, you know what I'm saying? Them pulling that 2-liter around, I wonder if they'd get tired and just kind of let it float down the river like they do garfish and shit and catfish in Louisiana.
Nassau people need to learn. I don't like.
Then you ain't got to sit out there in the sun.
Is this some Chabad
The only thing
stuff,
is
or
you'd have to worry
is
about
the-
people
I haven't
robbing you
looked
and
to see,
shit.
is the Zohar part of Chabad? I should do that. Who are the Zoharians and who are the Chabadians, and
I might try that. Just try
who
it
are the
anyway.
Jews that are smart enough to know that the 10 Commandments fucking mean something? Those are the Jews that I'm into. Those are the cool Jews for me. The other ones who think that you can murder, death, kill because you're God's special chosen people. I think you'll find out when you meet God. So fucking Carry on, carry on, carry on. How many souls of torment do you want to take to God with
This
you? You know
motherfucker
what I mean?
said yesterday that praying, what did he say it was? That was witchcraft? I'm like,
You want to stick things up people's butts?
oh, here we go with that again.
Where would that send you? You know what I mean?
Carl,
You
what's the
can-
fascination with
you
you
can
getting
fucking
shit stuck up people's butts? Tell me this motherfucker sits around and plays in his asshole when he takes a bath. Like, Carl's got his thumb in his ass all the time.
read your Talmud all you fucking want. But I don't think it's going to put God in a good mood because those weren't his commandments. Those were commandments that men written down for you, saying that they were writings for God. Hey, those who are waiting for a war hawk, a war hawk could not be in the 10 Commandments. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. The Rebbe. Hey, could you imagine being tricked and fooled by your idol? Like, if you guys can't figure out the Rebbe, if he was hanging out with Benjamin
Then again, maybe I expect too much from this
Netanyahu,
dude, right? He thought Ryan Upchurch was chosen and going to save him. There is that. He was already moving in.
saying, buddy, you're going to bring on the
Skip over,
Mashiach.
Ryan.
You're the guy, Benji.
Can we snuggle at night? Can I be the
That's why I
little
worry about
spoon?
Shmuley, too. I worry for Shmuley. I don't think he can handle what's going to come. If he had to face the truth and fucking had to understand that the commandments mean something and he's just sidestepping them. He just don't give a fuck about them and he's trying to justify them.
Hey, Carl, what about the part of the Bible where God say you're supposed to fucking provide for your family? You're supposed to work. And what about the part of the Bible where God says you're supposed to be the leader of the house? Huh?
With all his books of men. And like I said, I got a soft spot for Shmuley. I'd love to watch him come to Jesus. Not
Oh, you'd
kosher
like to watch him
Jesus.
come, all right.
No, the Jesus that makes fucking Shmuley powerful, not over others. And for himself. You know what I mean? Walk and talk and be in the truth and not want to think you're special than anybody else, but no, you are special. You are the one. You are the chosen one, Shmuley. But you got to choose your
This
butt.
dude shot the fuck
And you got to
out.
choose you in truth. That's number one, numero, in truth. But don't of your ancestors of the past. You know what I mean? Don't miss out on Christ this time around. Really. Like,
I'm still trying to
Shmuley,
figure
he
out
was
what's so
fucking-
funny to him.
he was a gangster, man. A gangster that never would have laid a finger on anybody. And he knew he was special.
That's that chemical imbalance in his head.
But he knew if he fucking broke the commandments. And I think he came down to try and make us understand the commandments more. There's some stories and I don't know. You still haven't left the couch. Go get some fresh air.
What's up, Eisen?
No, I don't like people in their lives, but I used to be out all the time. You can see in my spiritual journey. I used to be out in nature taking pictures all the time. Went through picture phase. Went through painting. It's amazing when I look at
Carl,
all
I
those
would not
paintings
call them
and I
paintings.
line
Them
them
more
up.
look
I'm
like
just-
fucking scribbles. Have y'all ever seen any of Carl's masterpieces, by the way?
like
There's something else. They're about on a second grade level.
you can kind of tell a story, but the end painting, I don't know about.
Yeah,
Anyways,
just because you don't know shit.
yeah. When you get trespassed off of churches, but I don't know. You seem to lose faith in humanity. You know what I mean? And those who are supposed to be there for Christ, they fucking really truly let me down. Any Christian I've asked to have a conversation or a debate with, Fuck no. Fuck no. Not your fucking Jesus that'll bring me power. Why not? I want the one where I have to do nothing and I can be a great big pedal protector and not worry about my future or the children's future. I can just sit here and watch my foosball game or my hockey game or whatever, you know what I mean? And sports are great, but when we lose sight of what we should be looking at. What else do we got for? Do you want to hear my church story again? Could you imagine someone who almost gave it all up? You know what I mean? Failed at the attempt. He's been fucking ring-a-dinging through the hospital system so many times. He's went and asked for help from fucking so many
Ring-a-ding.
different
Oh
places
my
and nobody
God.
will talk. It's fucking weird, man. It feels like I say this shit and it's like people are gonna think there's no way that could happen. But unfortunately, I think I got the receipts.
Post them,
But if I
Carl.
don't,
Post the
maybe
receipts.
someone
Let
could
us
take
see
the
them.
time and show me where I don't. But yeah, can you imagine? A lot of people's last resort going to God. So fucking, can you imagine somebody who's decided
I gotta
not to
put him on high
fucking,
speed.
not to give up and they're fucking hanging out behind fucking church, just sitting on a picnic table, minding their own business, not fucking hurting anybody. And you ask to talk to that priest, you're like, anytime, and you get shit trust. Yeah, trust me. This is the best
That
thing you
is
have to offer,
fucked
Christian.
up.
They offer you.
You claim to be the chosen Messiah and get trespassed from the fucking church. Oh
There's
shit.
much more to that. I get myself in trouble because I say what I want to say because I should be able to do that. That's why I take myself out of humanity. Because when I'm faced in front of people, I have to tell the truth. And it makes people uncomfortable. Like with that church thing, this is the way it started. Okay. I used to walk in the park and all that and around, and I go to the church down here. And there was a pond in the back, and then back there was like a little trail I could walk with my dog down, and then back through, and then there was like a little stream or creek or whatever you want to call her. And it kind of makes like an island where there's a picnic table. And so me and Stock used to go sit there sometimes, or sometimes I go sit there by myself or whatever, or we wouldn't even go sit at the picnic table. Me and the dog would just go for a walk back and forth, talk to God, pray to God. Because I thought the church would be a good place, you know what I mean? So, anyways, like I said, I can't remember if I had my dog or not with me. The one time I'm walking back, and I was only back around the pond and stuff like that.
You know what he forgets to tell everybody? Is he's out there fucking screaming at the top of his lungs to his fucking phone. Just ranting irate like a fucking crazy man. He won't tell you that, but I can show you the video.
Somebody's coming walking this way, and I give him the nod, and like that. And then I noticed, you know what I mean? I noticed that he had taken a picture of me. And I thought to myself, how cowardly of him. Hey, sir, did you just take a picture of me? Well, yeah. Can I ask why? Do you think I'm handsome? Is that what you're up to there, big boy? And he's like, no, I've noticed you walking back here. And I was like, yeah, you've noticed me walking back here. And the kids that go fishing in the pond and all sorts of other people that come walking back here. Why would you take a picture of me? Why wouldn't you just ask me what I'm doing back here? Wouldn't that make more sense? Wouldn't it make more sense to be a man and not sit there and be scared and scared and take a fuck picture of me there, but hey, no. So I know that picture got his way to the priest. So when he saw me sitting back there on the island, he was like, you see me? Because I was
Let
walking
me
back
see
and
if I
he's
can
all like,
find it. I ain't gonna
what
waste
are you
too
doing
much
back there?
time trying to find it, but let me see if I can find it.
Got a problem with that? Well, no. All right. I just sit back there and I pray to God. You ever want to come back? I go, there's nothing more than talk about God with you. You know what I mean? You're a priest and stuff like. And he's like, well, we had some homeless people back there and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, yeah, well, I'm not homeless, but I'm not looking to be an encampment back there. I'm not just like I said, you ever want to come back to talk? Good, yeah. Lo and behold, I go back and there's fucking no trespassing sign on there. And I thought to myself, must be something about me. And lo and behold, there's the preacher again. And I'm like, hey, Bob, what's up? Anyways, he lied and stuff. I'm not going to go into the full story. But I felt like maybe he didn't. Maybe he's good with God. He did some lying, and I said, hey, Bob, you know you're lying, and you got to take that to God. And that fucking pissed him off. Oh, he was mad at me. And I was like, well, tell me I had the right to do that. And I was like, yeah, you do. But you're lying. That's how the fucking way it went down.
I have the right. Yes, yes, you do. But you don't have the right to lie and go to God, okay? And you got to put God fucking picking his children off your fucking church, Mr. Mister. Do you imagine if I was chosen from God and he has to be the preacher that fucking booted me off his fucking property because I asked him and said I was praying to God and if he ever wanted to have a conversation, I was fucking more than willing to. Holy jackass, eh? But who knows? Maybe I'm just fucking mentally ill. Maybe he felt that I was being violent and suicidal back there. That's why I'm afraid. I should be able to go this Sunday. I should be able to go to that fucking church. And I should be able to tell my story to him and say, hey, is this who you want? Lead me to Jesus. And I'd say right to the preacher, like, hey, bud, if you want to fucking rebuke me and what I'm saying, that
Kinga.
would be the time, buddy. But
That
remember,
was her name.
either way, you got to
Kinga.
tell the truth. So, and you can't go to heaven if you're going to be a big fat liar. So, if I'm the dirtbag, make sure you tell on me because if it's you, you don't want to fucking let me hang for your stupidity, bud, because that does not go well for you. Anyways, rural Tennessee. Carl, why don't you save the Tumbler Ridge kids? Well, bud, why do you want me to save all the kids? Why do you want me to sit here all by my fucking lonesome? And you get to fucking kick back and do fucking thing. But why do I have to be all the kids' saviors? Fuck, I'm asking everybody to step up. I don't want to be your superhero, bud. I don't want to be the kid superhero. Maybe an inspiration so that they always know that they are a fucking superhero if they're in the truth. Because you're a villain. You're a villain if you're in the fucking lie, bud. And you're in a lie. You're in a lie that tells you that there's nothing you need to do to help the children. You're stupid, man. Get a grip. Be the superhero you need to be, dude. I bet not once you did pick up after your dog. Yeah, eyes open. I just fucking let my dog shit ever. Are you an idiot? Would you like me to go grab my dog's bags for you and show you? You want, like, you're desperate.
What's up, bro?
Straws there, but you want to make it sound like I'm the kind of person that wouldn't pick up my dog's poop and let you step in it. No. Oh, fucking, that reminds me of this story, stepping in dog shit. I'll tell you the story. So anyways.
So Mr. Saving the Children, been out here for years. You can't make this shit up, man. You just can't.
We're disc golfing in town here. And we're about to start throwing again. And there's these two old dudes with their dogs, okay? And they're sitting there complaining to us. They're like, I don't know why they allow you guys to play this stupid game here. We have to be careful where we go, and we should just be able to run free with our dogs. And just like, are you kidding me, man? Do you know how many families get to use this for free, and they use the park for this specific thing?
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's like fucking many other parks where this isn't where
It's
there's no
because it's all a game to him, bro.
Nobody.
It's all a fucking game to him.
Anyways, he was giving it to us, and I was just like, hey, bud, you got some real problems in fucking life, man. If us playing disc golf, this fucking got you all charged up. And then I fucking go to throw my disc, and I tell you, I snapped his fucking dog shit.
Clipping that.
And I was fucking mad. I was like, oh, my fucking dog owning fucking non-picker uppers fucking. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things, eh? Can you imagine? Complaining that people are outside having fun, and they're ruining where you want to be. Meanwhile, I have so much fun. Shit. That park even leads to another park where there's no disc golf. Anyways, what else you guys want to talk about? Oh, full work on. No, but I didn't vote. I didn't vote. I did not vote this time. Didn't vote. Well, Carl, it's your fault, Pierre Poilievre. I don't trust Pierre Poilievre neither. He is the Crown's loyal opposition. He works for the Crown. He don't worry about its people. You know what I mean? And neither does the RCMP. That's reigned by the Crown. Because Justin Trudeau's daddy made it that way. That's what I think. Please let me know if I'm wrong, please. Please. Let's go to this. This is only what I think. Okay, rural Tennessee. Big Kevin Hart fan. Jumanji. Love Jumanji, right? Jumanji. What if you're in Jumanji? You're in the video game Jumanji. And you have to find your true character and let go of. Anyways, hey? Because I thought to myself, okay, I'm just. Pat Williams says he's a man of God, okay? Okay. And the Illuminati can't buy it. He's good. He tells you he's good. But he leads you to believe that Kevin Hart probably ain't on the right side of shit. He's wore a dress or two in his time, and well. Pat Williams leads you to believe that if there was like that guy that got herpes from Diddy, part of a boule, okay, then Kevin Hart would probably be part of the boule, right? You would think you'd want, and you gotta say, fuck, that guy gets opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I don't know if the opportunities stop.
What a fucking moron!
Now, if I was Cat Williams, I thought, what would I do? If I was a man of God and they asked me to come roast Kevin Hart, and I've insinuated that he's part of like the bad, he's a bad representative for black people. You know what I mean? He's trying to show them that he's an inspiration, but meanwhile he sold his soul to the boulets. So I was like, what would I do? Like I was thought at first, I was like, why would Cat Williams show up for that? And then I thought to myself, you have to fucking be a man. You shoot your lips off about Kevin Hart behind his back, you better do it as a man and do it right in front of them when given the opportunity. So that way, Kevin has a chance right in front of you to address your roast. So if you're wrong, he can roast you back. It is his roast, so he should be able to do whatever Kevin wants, right? I mean, yeah. I thought to myself, I haven't watched it. I only watched part of it, and it was the Kevin Hart asking for a truce or whatever, and I think they hugged it out. And I thought to myself, that I couldn't do. If Kevin Hart, and I knew he was part of Satan's group, running with the booze, personally, would have to say, no, Kevin, please prove me wrong. You're part of Team Satan. I can't go over there and hug you and enable you and tell you that I love you, though, Kevin, and I want you to come to Christ. And whatever contract Satan gave you, really is null and void. It's make believe. You can't give him your soul, Kevin. You're not in control of it. Only on earth. And if you give it away for being a boule, I don't know. These are just my thoughts, just based on if there is a boule, it's based on things people have said, and you know what I mean. Yeah, I would say the only way you're getting a hug is if you repent, Kevin. You gotta tell people what you're up to, what part of the association you're with. You know what I mean? You kind of want to start over, Kevin. You gotta take your licks and your punishments, and you gotta humble yourself, Kevin. This isn't where you're gonna need the people to love you, Kevin. It's where you're gonna have to spend a lot of alone time and learn to love yourself. Figure out where you went wrong, what happened, how do you make sure it never happens again. We don't even know how these people get into these situations, right? Like, yeah, Kevin Hart got caught with that sex tape. Suicidal actor. That's why I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I should be able to go saviors. I'm asking everybody to step up.
This goes good with this. This goes good with this.
And fucking stupidity. And it is fucking everywhere. Everywhere. But he thinks they fucking know everything, and they will destroy you if they think you're fucking wrong. They won't take a look at what you're doing. Because today, Carl gets a special time out today. Yay, I get to leave the house, and I get to justify my fucking existence to be around fucking children. William Swanson, you get to go to God, you motherfucker. You sick little fucking pedophile protected fucker, you get to go to God wanting to fucking destroy me, you little bitch. You get that? You get to do that. Stay the fuck off my phone, you little bitch.
A little bit
Stop
each time this motherfucker goes live.
Try and fuck, man. You get to go to God with this shit. You fucking retard. I've been out here for fucking years fighting for the fucking children and myself. I want myself better too.
Little bit every fucking day.
His children off your fucking church, Mister. Do you imagine if I was chosen from God and he has to be the preacher that fucking booted me off his fucking property because I asked him and said I was praying to God, and if he ever wanted to have a conversation, I was fucking more than willing to. Holy jackass, eh? But who knows? Maybe I'm just fucking mentally ill. Maybe he felt that I was being violent and suicidal back there. That's why I'm afraid. I should be able to go this Sunday. I should be able to go to that fucking church. And I should be able to tell my story to him and say, hey, is this who you want leading you to Jesus? And I'd say right to the preacher, like, hey, bud, if you want to fucking rebuke me and what I'm saying, that would be the time, buddy. But remember, either way, you got to tell the truth. So, and you can't go to heaven if you're going to be a big fat liar. So if I'm the dirtbag, make sure you tell on me, because if it's you don't want to fucking let me hang for your stupidity, bud, because that does not go well for you. Anyways. Rural Tennessee. Carl, why don't you save the Tumbler Ridge kids? Well, bud, why do you want me to save all the kids? Why do you want me to sit here all by my fucking lonesome? And you get to fucking kick back and do fucking sin? And why do I have to be all the kids' saviors? I'm asking everybody to step up. I don't want to be your superhero, bud. I don't want to be the kid's superhero. Maybe an inspiration so that they always know that they are a fucking superhero if they're in the truth. Because you're a villain.
Well, no, Carl, maybe because you're out here claiming that you're saving the fucking world. You're out here saving all the kids. And you absolutely don't do a fucking dick, but sit around and get high all day thinking that you're fucking, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. I don't think you know what the fuck you're thinking.
And you're in a lie. You're in a lie that tells you that there's nothing you need to do to help the children.
Yeah, you're the one in a lie,
stupid, man.
thinking that you can just say it.
Be the superhero you need to be, dude.
Grifting off
I
fucking
bet not once
kids.
you did pick up after your dog. Yeah, eyes open. I just fucking let my dog shit everywhere. Are you an idiot? Would you like me to go grab my dog bags for you and show you?
Grifting off of fucking pain
want,
of
like, you're
children while
desperate.
you do
You grasp fucking for
absolutely
straws
nothing
there,
but
bud.
cry on
You want to make it sound
fucking
like I'm the kind of person
YouTube
that would
every
pick up my
day.
dog's poop and let you step in it. No. Oh, fucking, that reminds me of this story, stepping in dog shit. I'll tell you this story. So, anyways, we're disc golfing in town here, and we're about to start throwing again. And there's these two old dudes with their dogs, okay?
I clipped that shit.
And they're sitting there
Hell,
complaining to us.
he's been telling everybody, I tried to get kids removed from his house, that I did that. I'm like, whatever, man. Where's your proof of it? Well, you trolled me and said this and that. So what? Where's your fucking proof of it? Where's your actual fucking proof? Yeah, I think you belong in a straitjacket. So does everybody else on YouTube. Does that mean everybody else tried to smash you? No. I literally begged you to leave me the fuck alone. And that wasn't good enough. He thought the shit was funny. He just wanted to I don't know what this motherfucker thinks. I asked you for help. I can't help you. You need a fucking therapist.
They're like, I don't know why they allow you guys to play this stupid game here. We have to be careful where we go, and we should just be able to run free with our dogs.
You know why I
It's
do
like,
this
are you
shit?
kidding me, man?
Do you know why? Because trust me, it bores the absolute fuck out of me to watch this idiot, because I know he don't make no sense. Y'all know he don't make no fucking sense, but he can't stand it. And so until I get tired and fed up, which I'm about there, I've been there a few times, but I'm awful fucking persistent. Usually when I start doing something, I don't fucking stop.
Do you know how many families get to use this for free, and they use the park for this specific thing? When
I
there's
don't
like
know, pimp.
fucking many other parks. where
That's
this
what
is-
that motherfucker
where
needs to
there's
do.
nobody playing.
He
You can
needs to
walk
go
your dog.
ahead and just fucking suck a dick, because that's really what it is. He's a pent up fucking queer, and he don't know how to get it out. He's scared to tell everybody his real feelings. That's why he talks about shit sticking in people's asses every day.
And
No, he doesn't listen. So here's the thing. If he goes to the psychiatrist and they give him that mood altering drug that actually kind of slows him down, he has nothing to bitch and complain about. This is one lazy, fat, nasty fucking bastard. He really is. He is a grease pit. I guarantee you there's a fucking grease stain in his bed beside his old lady, because he don't take a bath but very seldom. Y'all ain't never
disc golfers
noticed he
can't bother
wears
you.
the same fucking clothes day
Anyway,
in and
he
day
was
out.
giving it to us, and I was just like, "Hey, man, you got some real
It's
problems
just
in
a
fucking life,
jacket.
eh?
I wouldn't
If,
give
just
a
playing disc golf
fuck.
has fucking got you all charged up."
Mm,
And then
that's
I
what
fucking
he
go to throw my
needs.
disc, and I
He
tell
needs to
you,
go
I
riding
stepped
with
in
him.
fucking dog shit, and I was fucking mad. I was like, "Oh, my fucking dog owning fucking non-picker uppers, fucking," you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. Right?
PBR wants fucked in the ass, and Carl wants to fuck some
Come
dude
on.
in the ass. So they good together.
Complaining that people are outside having fun, and they're ruining where you want to be.
I get Carl a whole
Come
pair
on,
of
so
fucking assless chaps.
Ah, shit. That park even leads to another
Get
park.
him one of them little rubber horns that go on a
Remember this
bicycle.
though.
Y'all remember them? He could just squeeze it
Anyways,
when they come up to
what
the
else you guys
fucking
wanna
red
talk
light.
Oh, focus more on. No, bud, I didn't vote. I didn't vote. I did not vote this time. Didn't vote. Well, Carl, it's your fault, Pierre Polyev. I don't trust Pierre Polyev neither. He is the Crown's loyal opposition. He works for the Crown. He don't work for Canada and its people. You know what I mean? And neither does the RCMP. That's ran by the Crown.
I about
Justice
died
Trudeau's
when
daddy
Joe
made it
said
that
she
way.
had to buy this motherfucker
That's what I think.
special
Because let me hold on.
shampoo and conditioner. Like, bitch, you're a fucking man. As long as it's soap, who gives a fuck? I've literally washed my hair with
Let's go to this.
fucking
This is only
Dawn
what I
dish
think.
liquid.
Rural
What the
Tennessee.
fuck are you
Big Captain Hurricane.
talking about?
Jumanji.
What's up,
Jumanji.
88?
Jumanji. What if you're in Jumanji? You're in the video game Jumanji.
Could you imagine
to find
being
your true
locked in
character
a
and
jail
let go.
cell with this motherfucker? Holy shit.
Anyway,
Carl would
okay?
get the shit beat out of him.
Because I thought to myself, okay, I'm just Pat Williams says he's a man of God, okay? Okay. And the Illuminati can't buy him. He's good. He tells you he's good. But he leads you to believe that
I
Kevin
think
Hart
that ought to
probably
be
ain't on the right side.
Martha's punishment. Have to fucking hang out with this Fruit Loop for a week.
He's wore a dress or two in his time, and well, Cat Williams leads you to believe that if there was like that guy that got herpes from Diddy, part of a boule, okay, then Kevin Hart would probably be part of the boule, right? You would think, you'd want. And you gotta say, fuck, that guy gets opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I don't know if the opportunity will stop. Kevin Hart managed inside the collapse of Kevin Hart's whatever. Now, if I was Cat Williams, I thought, what would I do? If I was a man of God and they asked me to come roast Kevin Hart, and I've insinuated that he's part of like the bad, he's a bad representative for black people. You know what I mean? He's trying to show
Well,
them
he
that he's an
don't miss
inspiration, but
nothing and gets
meanwhile, he
posted on
sold his soul to the
YouTube, does
boulets.
he?
So I was like, what would I do? Like, I thought at first, I was like, why would Cat Williams show up for that? And then I thought to myself, you have to. You have to fucking be a man. You shoot your lips off.
Let's see what old
About Kevin
David
Hart
Hookstead's
behind
fucking
his back.
posted.
You better do it as a man and do it right in front of him when given the opportunity. So that
Oh,
way,
shit.
Evan has a chance right in front of you to address your roast.
Catch the action live with YouTube TV. Terms apply. Cancel anytime.
Welcome in, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great wherever you're watching from today. I'm filming this on May 15th. All information is up to date as of May 15th, and we have a fascinating topic to talk about, and that is China's new secret super weapon has been discovered and exposed, and this is happening right after President Donald Trump
take it away, Dave.
visited China, and this is not the only secret super weapon the Chinese are building. They have some big things that they are rapidly trying to build ahead of a potential invasion of Taiwan. So we're going to break it all down. Before we get started, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free. Cost you guys nothing at all. Huge boost.
Will it
to the channel.
outrun that super
Let
laser?
me know your thoughts
what I
in the
wanna
comments below. Is Chinese tech as good as they claim it is? Is their military actually ready to fight a war? Or will the United States beat them in a confrontation? Let me know in the comments below. Hit the notification bell, all notifications on, and then Instagram at David_Hookstead.
I'm going to tell you right now, we've got some fucking warriors. When it comes to fucking on the ground troops, we've got some fucking real killers. You think what you want.
On social media, my DMs are wide open.
What's up, Yankees?
What you got? Now let's get into it. All right. So I'm going to put this up on the screen. We're going to start here. This comes from Interesting Engineering. We know that China is rapidly trying to expand its military capabilities. Why is that? The Chinese government believes that the window to invade Taiwan opens next year, 2027. They believe the window closes in 2032. So that gives them a 5-year window when they can launch an invasion of Taiwan. They know that the United States will come to Taiwan's defense, come to Taiwan's aid for many different reasons. That'd be a whole other video. What is China doing? They're trying to get as many highly advanced weapon systems into their military as they possibly can. And that now includes China's new stealth missile for J-35 jets could hit ships from 826 miles away. So let's go down here. China's working on a compact stealth cruise missile designed to fit inside the internal weapons bay of its latest stealth fighters. Keep in mind, and we talked about this in previous videos, China has built or is in the process of building 6th-generation stealth fighters. According to technical documents that were shared and leaked, the material surfaced outlines a weapon tailored for use with the J-20 and J-35. The document describes a missile shorter than 13 feet with a diameter under 2.8 feet. These dimensions match the internal bay limits of China's 5th-generation fighters. The goal is clear. The missile can be carried without being exposed to radar. So on a stealth fighter, you want it smooth and flat. You don't want to be carrying external weapons because external weapons will ping on radar much easier. You kind of defeat the purpose of having a stealth fighter.
They're going to come up with a new
weapons
system.
bay
You watch and
that
see
allows
for
you to
tracking
defeat
shit.
radar.
Radar's about
Allowing the
outdated
aircraft
anyway.
to
It's been
maintain-
around for years, right? So, and I know it's been updated and shit, but If you can see a fucking rain cloud, you can't tell me that you can't see these motherfuckers.
A low observable profile during approach. Both the J-20 and the J-30 rely on internal weapons carriage to reduce detection risk. A missile that fits inside these bays can travel with the aircraft deep into contested airspace. They would be going against U.S. fighter jets. It is only released close to the launch point, eliminating the time it is visible to enemy sensors. So then if we go down right here, I'm going to scroll down. The missiles include a detailed system to reduce heat emissions. 4 cooling nozzles are placed around the engine exhaust. These inject cooler air into the hot exhaust stream, lowering the infrared signature. So they are literally trying to make the missile stealthy. This is where things get really interesting. It says the missile is designed for subsonic flight. It is a cruise speed of about 0.71 Mach and a max speed near 0.75 Mach. It has a listed range of 826 miles, which would give it strike capabilities on our ships, lingering in the ocean, wherever they might be, for a war against Taiwan. The document compares the design to the U.S. AGM-158C long-range.
Yeah, like 98% of them or something.
Too large
is what
to
I
fit the
heard
internal
today.
bays of stealth fighters like the F-22
I think it
or
may
F-35.
have
It must be carried externally, which increases radar visibility during approach. And then right here, it continues. China's compact design removes that limitation.
What's up,
Aircraft and missile can remain concealed until launch. This changes how weapons might be used in a high-end naval scenario. So what the Chinese have done, now they're never going to admit to this, but these leaked documents indicate what the Chinese have done is they have built a missile to sink U.S. ships that can be delivered in their stealth fighter aircraft. Now, I want to make clear here, we don't actually know the capabilities of their stealth fighters. We don't know if their stealth fighters have the ability to defeat U.S. radar, U.S. air defense systems, things of that nature. But we do know China is trying to build as many stealth fighters as they possibly can, anticipating this war with the United States. This missile, they believe, the Chinese believe, would give them a significant advantage, and they would be able to use it at standoff ranges of more than 800 miles away. So that's way, way, way beyond visual range. Now, at the same time, most people aren't talking about this. At the same time, they are creating 2 new classes of submarines to carry out missile strikes. The first one is the Type 041 submarine, which is a class of attack submarines under development by China for the People's Liberation Army submarine force. The class is expected to succeed the Type 039 ABC and would break convention as the first nuclear submarine to be built.
What have I said for fucking years now?
So that is the Type 41.
What have I said for years?
This is where things.
If you do something, you fuck with the water and you fuck with the power. That shit's coming to pass. You watch and see. I hate to fucking speak it into existence, but I just believe that. That's what I would do if I was in charge.
Things get a lot more interesting. So China has never, ever admitted to building this submarine, the Type 096. It is believed to exist. It is believed they are building it, and it will carry multiple long-range nukes that will give them a much more secure, guaranteed second strike capability. What is a guaranteed second strike capability? It means that if you get nuked and you lose your bombers, you lose your ground-based missiles, your submarines can then carry out that retaliatory strike, thus guaranteeing you have the full nuclear triad, which China does, but to a lesser degree than the United States and Russia. And then we go right here. It says the Type 096 will be the most modern Chinese submarine in terms of stealth, sensors, and weapons. The capabilities of the Type 096 are speculated to be a significant jump to its predecessors, which would flip the balance in the Indo-Pacific. Right. So they are building this secret submarine with the sole intention of using it to push the United States out. Now, we talked about this in a different video when I was out of the country. This is China's mass. These are all secret weapons. This is China's, what you're looking at here is the flying wing, high altitude, long endurance, unmanned aircraft at a secret test site in Milan, picked up on satellite photos. Kind of looks like a B-2. This is a long range stealth drone the Chinese are developing. And then right here, This is an actual commercial shipping vessel. And I've talked to my sources in the military. They do think in the event of an invasion of Taiwan, they are going to outfit commercial shipping vessels like this one with missiles. Right there, you can see some of the missiles towards the front of the ship. Thus, they would try to catch the U.S. by surprise. So they are creating a wide variety of secret weapons that we will continue to follow. But I want to know what you guys think. Does this new missile, how big of a problem will it be for the United States in the event of a war with China? Let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'm filming this on May 15th. All information is up to date as of May 15th. We have a developing situation as CIA officials entered Cuba for what could be the beginning of the next phase to bring down the communist dictatorship in Havana.
Move on.
Remember, the U.S. military, and we're going to get into this in the video, is currently developing invasion plans, and now the CIA is going to work in Cuba. So we got a lot to lay out, a lot to get into. Before we do, as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. Totally free, huge boost to the channel. Let me know in the comments below, do you want to see the communist dictatorship overthrown? Fire away with all your thoughts about Cuba in the comments below. Hit the notification bell, all notifications turned on. You won't miss a thing. And then Instagram, David_Hookstead, XD Hookstead. That's where you can find me on social media. My DMs are wide open. Reach out with any tips you got. Now let's get into it. So I'm going to start by putting this on right here. This is a report from Axios saying CIA Director John Ratcliffe visited Cuba on Thursday to meet with intelligence officials and Raul Rodriguez Castro, the grandson of former leader Raul Castro. The big picture: Cuba is facing a crippling fuel shortage and economic crisis due in part to U.S. sanctions. President Trump has repeatedly indicated he wants regime change, though a CIA official says Ratcliffe has emphasized that cooperation, if possible, if the government makes fundamental changes. Ratcliffe, the CIA director who went to Cuba with other CIA officials, urged the Cuban officials to take a lesson from the January 3rd operation that toppled Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela. The CIA official said the intrigue, the fact that the Cuban government was willing to openly host a member of Trump's administration, particularly the director of the CIA, suggests some in Havana may be interested in a deal. One senior administration official saying they have no fuel, they have no money, they have no one coming to rescue them. The regime has been stubborn since 1959, but even they realize it's a time for change. And then furthermore, it says Secretary of State Marco Rubio previously had secret talks with Cuban leaders and power brokers. So what is happening? I'm going to lay this out as directly as I can. What is happening here is just like in Venezuela. The CIA went to Cuba and said, hey, you see that January 3rd operation where Delta Force and the 160th SOAR flew right in to Caracas, flew onto a military base and arrested Maduro? That's the same thing that's going to happen to you if you don't listen to us and you don't play ball. Maduro was given every opportunity to make a deal. He was given every opportunity to step down, take his money, and go elsewhere.
I don't know, Pimp.
There was no reason for a single shot to be fired. Instead, Maduro wanted to stick it out. His entire 30-plus Cuban security, 30-plus persons Cuban security detail got wiped out by Delta Force, and now we have instituted a full-on blockade of oil to Cuba to cripple the government's ability to do anything. And now we are reaching out with the CIA saying, make a deal, step down, tear down this communist regime, or what we did in Venezuela is the same thing we're going to do here. And I'm going to put this on the screen. This is actually photos released by the CIA. You can see Ratcliffe right there meeting with the Cubans for negotiations. You can see him right there. He's got a security detail with him, probably heavily armed security detail. Now, similar to what we did in Venezuela, what did we do in Venezuela? We indicted Nicolas Maduro. We made him a wanted man in America. That gave us the legal authority to go in and take him. Well, buckle up. It says U.S. moving to indict Cuba's Raul Castro. He's not the president. He's the leader of the Communist Party. Castro, of course, is the brother of Fidel Castro, the longtime dictator. Get a load of this. The U.S. is taking steps to indict Raul Castro, the 94-year-old former president of Cuba and brother of Fidel Castro, in connection with the downing of planes 30 years ago, according to U.S. officials familiar with the matter. A potential indictment, which would be needed to be approved by a grand jury, is expected to focus on Cuba's deadly 1996 shoot-down of planes operated by the humanitarian group Brothers of Peace. The plan comes as the U.S. heaps pressure on the Cuban government. The Trump administration has threatened heavy tariffs on any country that exports oil to Cuba, leading to energy shortages. We're going to talk about that more in a second. President Trump has pressed for major reforms in Cuba and has threatened a friendly takeover. So this indictment would give the United States the authorization and the authority to go in and grab and arrest Cuban leaders. Literally, step by step, the exact same thing we did in Venezuela. All the pieces are there. All you got to do is look at the information, and you can come to the same conclusion I am. Now, next up, this is a new report that is out. Cuban authorities have announced that there's absolutely no fuel left in the country and cut power to the country's eastern provinces.
See, there's a way to make money.
The capital, Havana, has been
Smuggle
under a
fucking fuel to
continuous blackout for the last 24 hours. Although authorities claim they are rationing power, new protests have been recorded as Cuban authorities describe the situation as critical. This oil embargo, the blockade of oil, is working. It is having a crippling effect on the communist regime, and the people are growing tired of it, and they are rising up, and there are protests across Cuba, which, again, another data point to look at. Now, we have some comments from President Trump that he just shared about Cuba on Air Force One back from China. Let's go ahead and watch.
What it's done has been a virtual miracle. It's the hottest country anywhere in the world, and it is. Yeah.
On a different subject, on Cuba, there's reporting that Raul Castro could be indicted by the DOJ, I believe. What does that mean?
Well, I don't want to comment on that. I'll let DOJ comment on it. But they need help, as you know. And you talk about a declining country. They are really a nation or a country in decline. So we're going to see. We have a lot to talk about on Cuba, but not maybe for today.
So right there, President Trump talking about the state Cuba is in. And then this comes from the New York Times. Let's talk about the military aspect of this now. We've touched on it a little bit, but we now have a new report from the New York Times that came out on Wednesday saying U.S. military and intelligence agencies have increased surveillance flights around and near Cuba in recent weeks. Several U.S. officials said the effort is part of a publicly visible campaign, experts say, aimed at sending Cuban authorities a message. We're watching you. Navy and Air Force surveillance and recon drones and planes have increased flights as part of what is expected to be a larger overall military buildup in the Caribbean, two officials said. So we are right now around the clock swamping them with spy flights. And then let's go back to this report from April.
You'll have Buck Carl.
Military planning. This is from USA Today. Military planning for a possible Pentagon-led operation in Cuba is quietly ramping up in case President Trump gives the order to intervene. So right now, our military is drawing up invasion plans to launch on Cuba if President Trump brings your, again, exactly what happened with Venezuela. So I'm going to pull this off the screen. So as of me filming this on May 15th, we now know CIA officials were in Cuba. The military is ramping up spy flights and drawing up invasion plans. And the signal is simple. Either step down and bring the communist regime down, or we are coming in. Cuba is about to be a very, very hot topic. I will continue to monitor it here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please make sure to like and subscribe. As always, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.
Your business is crushing it, but unless they've got the right...
Let's see. Oh, shit. That commercial was aimed at Chad.
Whether you're a professional or just love getting hands-on with your home projects, Harbor
looks awful quiet over here, don't it? Have y'all seen any? Which I'm sure you have, but have you watched any of that footage of them motherfuckers getting hit? over politics that don't even fucking matter to him. That's what's crazy. That's what's fucking crazy. That's fucking wild, man. Imagine being where talking about 4th of July. Yeah.
Hezbollah launched around 200 missiles at northern Israel overnight in a coordinated attack with Iran, which launched 4 ballistic missile salvos. The attacks continued on Thursday morning, sending Israelis to bomb shelters as shrapnel fell on Jerusalem.
So here we are in the bomb shelter again this morning. You can hear there's quite a few people in here. As we were coming down the steps, we heard the booms of the interceptions, a couple of children here running around. And it's a very, very stark reality.
The IDF said it knew the attack was coming hours in advance.
The attempt to expand the shooting to many areas in the country is a direct response to the extensive and deep damage and pressure we are exerting on them. And this pressure is increasing day by day.
Overnight, Israel launched a wave of strikes targeting Hezbollah terror infrastructure, dismantling dozens of launchers and eliminating Hezbollah operatives. It also targeted 10 structures in Hezbollah's stronghold in Beirut, including the intelligence headquarters and command centers. On the ground in southern Lebanon, Israeli troops located and dismantled rocket launchers and weapons storage facilities.
We are targeting the head of the octopus in Iran. Its arms in Lebanon are hurting, and now it's doing everything it can to assist its sponsor in Iran. Therefore, by targeting it in Lebanon, we are also weakening it by targeting Iran.
The Lebanese government declared it's opposed to Hezbollah attacking Israel, but its army has not moved to stop it. U.S. forces continue striking Iranian planes, boats, and trucks. President Trump says
hold on, I'm pulling it up now.
Told one of his closest associates, Dr. Rosen, he's like,
this is it, right?
For the alien bullcrap. He's like, first they're going to come at you and say it's like a cold war.
He's saying it's not a space war. Don't fall for
the space war. It's not like it's aliens aren't here, King. Don't fall for that. There's something else. And it's like what
I've noticed, and I don't know if you've noticed, because I watch Newsmax probably more than you do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Carl has taken a lot of liberties where they would give you the
I wasn't allowed to talk about race,
vaccines,
COVID, basically in general.
Right.
They didn't want any of that. And
they were sketchy on Lahaina and your take on Lahaina, and it went viral.
How many times did it go viral?
Multiple
it went like
times.
Millions and millions and millions. Because we're like, so there's no water, there's no siren.
What does
And everybody gets channeled into the same area where it goes. And
Think
all
about
the children
Lahaina.
vanish. Like, what happened?
And then fast forward to the Palisades.
Hello.
No water, no
Hello?
hydrants,
We didn't know.
government officials not doing their job.
Well, my next one, I told you I was digging into Hitachi and this other stuff, digging into these 15-minute cities and other nefarious stuff. And they were like, absolutely not. I might dig up my scripts that I wrote. I wrote a couple badass scripts and I worked really hard on them. And they full stop were like, yeah, no. And Carl and freaking Rob Finnerty are like, blah, blah, blah. So it's an alien human breeding program. That's what they're covering up. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
You're letting, but I was talking about vaccines killing people. And what do we have today? Oh, the FDA hid that the jab was killing children. Huh? What?
789 says, I never believed in aliens. You better start.
You better start. Because they're here.
Start.
They're here, baby.
Yeah.
They're here. And you know what? It's not just like we're sauce of everything. But let me tell you quickly, Ireland contracting 1-800 new roof. Look, it is spring. It is time. Time to get up on your roof. Time to look at your windows. Time
Yeah,
to
that was
think about your
crazy as shit,
siding.
wasn't it, coming?
Time to look at the soffit and fascia,
Like,
which is so unsexy.
You know what's wild is when people say, hey, what happened to all these kids, right? And then everybody, oh, what the fuck? You blah, blah, blah. You kind of find out they're fucking harvesting kids. But they want to shame you for even asking about it. Oh, you crazy motherfucker. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're real fucking crazy. And it comes out that they're fucking taking all the kids. It's weird, man. You got to quit. So what I've learned from all that is you can't worry about what nobody else says, you know what I mean? And you can't try to pander to these people and make them happy. Fuck them. If either they want to watch or they don't. They want to be educated on something or they fucking don't.
Needs to be ship shape.
Bunch of fucking
right?
perverts.
In good shape. All of this stuff, home exterior renovation work. These projects are expensive. It's not like somebody's giving you a $2,000 estimate. You're like, when you get it. But when you're going to spend a chunk of money with the company, you want them to work with you and you want them to do the best job. Ireland. The deep state. What's the deep state doing to stop Trump? Watch the live video feed, join in the chat, and become part of our army. I'm delighted that you're here.
Info, we're at 9 minutes, 11 seconds. Are we too far?
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible.
That lady got some pretty hair, I'll say that.
For all. Amen. We're going to get to this China visit. We're working on a 12-hour delay with this delegation with President Trump and Eric Trump and Laura and Marco Rubio and Scott Bessent and everybody and his brother from like the top.
Cool. I'm going to grab something.
AI tech.
If I miss it now,
out there,
say something to me, but I'll be right back.
Story, and we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it in just a minute. But I want to tell you about something that I think is a far bigger issue, because if President Trump is not in charge of what's going on in this country, then who is? If what this president says and the executive orders he issues, which of course our stupid Senate can't figure out and ratify anything that he does, because John Thune needs to be replaced, and that's going to obviously have to come to a head. But if this president isn't the guy who's calling the shots, who is? What is that blob? We keep asking ourselves, what is that? Because this story came out overnight. I was up very early in the morning and it hit my inbox and I was like, All
right, I'm back.
So did you hear that during the government shutdown, apparently unknown people within the CIA raided Tulsi Gabbard's Director of National Intelligence Offices. And they went in at night and they took some stuff. Now, going in at night during the government shutdown.
See, now I heard rumor
raises a
about
lot
this.
of
I heard
eyebrows.
rumor that the CIA had stole the JFK files. Is that what you're talking about?
Why not go in during the day? Because you don't want anybody to see what you're doing. And you don't want them to know what you're taking. And that's what happened. And we learned it this morning when Anna Paulina Luna, last night on Katie Pavlich's show on News Nation, it was almost like a sort of afterthought. She said the CIA raided Tulsi Gabbard's office at the Department of National Intelligence, and they seized all these boxes of evidence, and it was specific boxes of evidence. It was evidence about the JFK assassination. It was evidence about the CIA's mind control operation, MK Ultra. It was those particular story threads that they went into Tulsi Gabbard's office and stole or seized, if one might say. At first, she said it was a raid, and that caught my attention. Here's what Anna Paulina Luna said that piqued my ears.
You also have some news coming out of the CIA that you'd like to share.
Yeah, so we were actually just notified that the CIA went in and took documents out of ODNI, multiple boxes pertaining to the JFK files as well as MK Ultra. The reason why this is troubling is there was an executive order that the president had directed the full declassification of JFK, but then also to the MK Ultra files. The CIA famously has said that, all documents were released and other documents had been destroyed.
Wow,
so
that's
these are
fucking
allegedly
crazy.
those documents that
What's
apparently
up,
never
Papa
existed,
Top?
and so very troubling. I did just talk to Chairman Comer, and we are sending in the next hour or so a preservation of documents request.
I'm going to tell you right now, them old CIA agents that are retired and that shit's bothering them and they're coming forward and they're talking about some of the shit that they've done, you probably ought to listen. You probably ought to listen to them. They're getting shit off of their chest for a reason.
To the CIA. I have calls into the White House, to the director of the CIA himself. And so obviously, as this develops, we'll keep everyone up to date. But strange times we're living in.
Okay, so director of
files
the
are backed
CIA,
up.
who is it? John Radcliffe. Do you think in about a year and a couple months since this president took office again that John Radcliffe knows everything that's going on any more than Kash Patel knows what's going on with the FBI? Do you believe that there are agents all over the Department of Justice in whatever iteration or alphabet agency they're a part of that are a part of the deep state that are doing everything they can to put down spikes?
Yeah, but I was specifically talking about the JFK files.
Mines under the road.
They're coming
anything
forward
Donald
talking
Trump or
about
this
what they done.
administration does goes because I do, and we heard John Brennan say it's this week. But I want to get to Anna Paulina Luna's second message. So not only has she said, look, Tulsi Gabbard's about
So
to
how
drop this
far-fetched
classified
would
stuff.
it
She's
be
about
to believe that fucking Lee Harvey Oswald had been MK Ultra and he really didn't know about killing them JFK or shooting at him, which I don't think he's the one that killed him anyway. I just don't. I kind of believe that dude that was in prison talking about he shot him from over by the fence. And it just kind of verifies the story, right? Because he had bit into the shell and set it up on top of the post, and they found all that stuff.
to declassify it. She's in the process of doing it. This is an order by the president. Declassify. The American people want transparency.
He knew too much.
I'm listening to them. Give them what they want. And then these documents are seized in what Anna Paulina Luna is calling a raid. And then she gets pissed. Listen.
This is not a threat. This is going to happen. If those files are not returned within the next 24 hours, you will be called. Your faces will be made public in front of the entire American people. All of Congress will see it. And we will hold you accountable for going against a direct executive order by the president and interfering with the congressional investigation. So return the files. Do not destroy documents. You will get a preservation of documents notice for Congress and any member of the CIA.
If I were to die tomorrow, this pepper trick that regenerates our nerves is the one thing I'd want every neuropathy.
Listen, you know what? You know what? The CIA, I believe it's behind trying to take Trump out. I don't think it was no foreign entity. I think it was the CIA because some of the stuff he said about he was going to release.
Return the documents.
And it's going to
I'm not so
put
sure
the
Anna
American
Paulina
people
Luna
against the
realizes
CIA.
This is way bigger than her. This is bigger than the director of the CIA or the FBI director. This is bigger than the president of the United States. There is some blob entity that believes it operates above and beyond the parameters of the law. Ladies and gentlemen, no one is above the law. Oh, really? Well, what the hell are you doing? Okay, so this brings me back to that idea that we experienced on Monday when we flushed out, or maybe it was Tuesday, when we heard Nicole Wallace ask Hack McHackmore, the king of blowhardy, a former CIA director, John Brennan, a very specific question about the deep state. What's the deep state doing to stop Trump's DOJ from uncovering the grand conspiracy? This is how she said it, but that's what I heard. Listen.
Trump says these people are dirty. Todd Blanche says we're lucky to have Trump involved in this. Kash Patel says I have a bat phone into the Oval Office. He has succeeded largely in turning DOJ and the FBI into political arms of his political operation. What still exists in the system to slow that down?
Still exists in the system for Trump, Kash Patel, John Radcliffe, or anybody else who doesn't suck to find out how much we do. Right? That's the question, to which John Brennan, who looks like he's seen a ghost, he says, you know what, Nicole, don't you worry your pretty little head about it. We won't let this DOJ uncover our crimes. We got a bunch of deep state operatives still employed by the department who will protect us. A legion of them, remember?
There's still a legion of professionals in the law enforcement environment, Department of Justice, as well as the CIA and other places, the ones who are refusing to follow politically motivated prosecutions, those who are refusing to support any type of political activities on the part of the Trump administration that are inconsistent with the authorities, the responsibilities of the intelligence community, law enforcement community, and Department of Justice.
We have a legion, Nicole. Don't you worry about it. And the CIA dude who stepped out yesterday to blow the whistle, don't you worry about him. We've got ways to deal with that kind of guy. Now, Katie Pavlich over at News Nation, after breaking this story with Anna Paulina Luna, she posts on her Twitter page, I've been following it. She's like, says this. She says, we've since learned that the documents were not taken today. It was not a raid on the Department of National Intelligence in Gabbard's office, but people from the CIA took documents related to the JFK assassination and MK Ultra from the National Reconnaissance Office last year in the middle of the night during the government shutdown and have not returned those documents to the office of the Director of National Intelligence.
I see that.
And because the CIA is withholding these documents, they cannot be declassified and scanned for public release. The CIA doesn't think they answer to anyone. And it is quite unlikely that CIA Director John Ratcliffe knew anything about it. What in the Sam Hill is going on? If you jaywalk, there's some, blue-haired nutcase yelling in your face, right? But if you're a deep state operative who's got ties to John Brennan, you can do whatever you want. We don't want everybody to know about that. Is that because the CIA took out JFK? Of course. Duh. One week on the Wendy Bell radio program. The CIA taking documents from the ODNI is kind of like the FBI raiding Mar-a-Lago. When a corrupt government can break down the doors of a former president's home and rifle through his stuff, you live in a banana republic, folks. Welcome to it. I am glad.
All right, y'all. I'm fixing to go chill for a little while. I appreciate you sharing that with me, info. Y'all have a good evening. We might see y'all tomorrow or something. You never know. Peace.